Well, that's one way to introduce myself. Another way is, hello everybody, I'm Usagi Shin, and how are you all doing? Looks like, looks like it's a little slow tonight, but hopefully, somebody can trickle in. I know that now these past few days, things have been a little crazy. Hi, Pack. Hey, Knox. How's everybody doing tonight? Hoping that the audio is a little better this time, a little easier to hear me. Oh, it's cold out? Good to know. At least it's over here. Stardew. I don't think I've ever seen it spelled that way. Stardew. Valley Girls. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. But aside from it being cold out there, I hope you all are doing well. I don't know. I felt like oddly tired. Like I woke up tired. No, no, no. It's not the plague. That would be if I was a rat, which I'm not. Can confirm that. No, don't ban him. Not over that. Immediately jumps to the two immediate jumps from the plague, from like possibly being sick to the plague and jumping to banning. Got some power in in our corner. I mean, I'm so glad that the that the battle that the civil war of the mods is quite so entertaining. Oh, I know that one was caught on the mic. Oh, they're a bit deadly. Just a bit. We've been waiting for a few minutes. Couldn't hurt to continue this. Let's see. I'm glad that we're both looking forward to it. Wait a second, I forgot. You know what? I just heard my headphones start going off about needing to be charged. So this is a good sign of the stream start. So let's see how this goes. Oh. What do you think, chat? Should we just go ahead and start a new game, or should we look at the add-ons and what I had on from the last time I played this? Well, of course, new game, but I mean, like, there are add-on costumes that come with this version of the game, and I don't remember what everybody was in. So we could either go in vanilla, or we could leave the wacky costumes I had on. Oh, good point. Go in fresh. Alrighty. So we got the house. It's just set back to the workaholic suit. I forgot that these cars were so... There wasn't a standard car. Let's see, Emily's back in a regular outfit. Let's go with the red. The devil's red. Alrighty. We got it as vanilla as we can. You know what? Yeah, let's overwrite it. What am I gonna lose? All, like, 200 of my lollipops? Oh, goodness. This game's a little buggy. Not gonna lie.
I want to hear another story.
Yes, of course. You've been waiting a long time for this, so how about a special one? This story is very strange and very nasty, but somewhat nostalgic. Do you think you can be a good girl and listen all the way to the end?
Is it a scary story?
It might be, but it's also a very important story. If you don't want to hear it, I can tell you a different story.
No, I want to hear it. This way, I won't be scared.
Turn on the TV then. Leave the sound down like always. Now, listen. This is important. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love.
The piano is going to go from 0 to 11, and the saxophone is going to get strangled multiple times. Just you wait. A doll shaped like a bat. It has a plate on it, which reads Washington State. That is definitely one of the best ways to describe it, Peck. A little louder? Okay. Do you sure you want to miss out on these wonderful sounds of a dying elephant that come from a they come from a saxophone that's being manhandled? A strange clock is ticking away, though the room itself makes you feel as if time has stopped. Wah 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 wah. A white screen.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It will start soon. It's about time to get started.
Zach. Zach, can you hear me? It's me, York. If you can hear my voice, could you respond? Good.
I was kind of leaning
thought you went
to
to sleep.
Is he really not there?
Zach, don't be surprised. The crime took place out in the country this time. Let's take it slow. Okay, Zach?
Sure, that's one way of looking at it, but it's totally wrong. Listen, they both need each other. It's called interdependency, and they both know it. Yeah, I know. He does terrible things to Tom. Nasty, even sadistic things. But that's fine, as long as that's what Tom wants. Think about it. His actions. He's always asking for it. It's his partner's job to fulfill that need, and Jerry knows that. Proof? Well, in the Tom and Jerry show, they live with each other. Hello? Hello?
Yes, you heard that conversation right.
Zach, I can't believe the Bureau still can't get me a satellite phone.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
Well, I'll be a happy camper, even if it ends up being a waste of time. At the very least, it'll get me out of the cramped city for a while. Right, Zach? The perpetrator from the last case really was something. Who'd have thought there'd be razors laced into her nails? Crazy. Just crazy. Well, at least I now have a scar to show off. See this? I got this when I arrested the Catwoman wannabe. Women. They're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
I love the chimpanzee noises over the squirrels.
Zach, there goes the civilized world.
I love that introduction because it shows just how freaking weird York is. It also shows both how insanely loud this game is, because I had this game on like 50% volume and it was still at certain points like overbearing and overpowering me. I remember I first played this on, I think, the Xbox 360, and I had my volume on like, had to be like 12%, and it was still too loud for me. Wait a second, I just noticed something. Y'all couldn't see me before. Ooh. We got a small first aid kit or a box of bandages. Agent Honor. Yeah, it just stays like this until you hit the A button. You can just kind of stare at York making the pensive face as it rains on him.
Looks like we're being welcomed. Zach, I'll let you handle the meet and greet.
Can't see much through this fog. The path might be blocked from the rain. We should stay away from obvious danger. Mewing! Oh, I never thought of it being York mewing. Just casually walk away from the super death vines. What's that sound? Is that blood on the ground?
Huh?
It always feels to me like his anytime York turns to look at the camera, it feels like a meme reaction. Huh? Huh? I can't do that sound very well. So much for my hopes for a peaceful picnic. Do me a favor and stay sharp, Zach. You got it, York. You will have questions of who is Zach, and I guarantee you will understand at one point of this game. It's different for everybody, but I guarantee it will happen. The can of pickles! The pickles! Doesn't look like anyone lives here. No reclusive hairy brutes to greet us. Easy as that. Turn it on. He's Zach. Isn't that right, Zach? Oh no, a ghost? You got mysterious shadow. Bullseye. Extra for enemies killed. Oh snap. Oh my goodness. I just stole the I shot that guy and stole his bandages. And the Bureau paid me $15 each. He got the last laugh. He blocked me in. Amazing. That one I only got 10 for. An old sign. I can make out Ale. Looks like we're headed down this road, Zach. This is optional, but I like doing it every time just to see the pieces that he's filling in based off of everything.
I've been through a lot of crazy situations, but that one takes the cake.
It's the first time I've been attacked so directly. Zach, can you give me a logical explanation about what that was? Never mind, don't answer. Life is fun because of the mysteries. Right, Zach?
I could answer that phone, or I could take this lollipop. I could answer that phone, or I could take another lollipop. The phone is still ringing, but there's another lollipop. I hear the phone. I understand that it represents a want for someone to call me, but another lollipop is available for me. Zach, do you hear that? The phone's still ringing, and we have another lollipop. Oh yeah, I got paid $15 for answering the phone and another lollipop, Zach. So yes, these lollipops do respawn indefinitely. Why do they keep respawning? I don't know. I know of at least 3 locations in this game that have infinitely respawning food. Let's see, how many do we have? Let's see, let's check our food. 13 out of 20 lollipops. We got 1 out of 3 cans of pickles. The pickles. One more for the road. It's Zach's will that this happens. The lollipops. Zach manifests the lollipops to keep York in a constant loop of picking up lollipops. To keep him out of danger. And one more for the toolbox. Shove a lollipop in the toolbox alongside like 32 pistol rounds and a lead pipe. Oh no, the lights have turned off, Zach. All that fanfare for that much damage. And the quietest explosion I've heard. Oh yeah, you got a lot of honor for that one, Agent Morgan. Yeah, for breaking that box like that, you can go ahead and have $5 extra. Oh yeah. No, oh, sorry, these aren't lead pipes, they're steel. My mistake. Man, I can't believe all of these signs are worn out in the same way. Extra enemies killed. What? What did he just do? Was he like... What? I don't even... What was that motion? Like, he stopped me from moving forward to do that. I've never seen that before. Let me get the... Pardon me. Let me just... Can you give me... Let me get the... I want the $5. You're hiding $5 from me. There we go. Oh, that was $30. Oh, no wonder. Okay, let's see. Equip that. It's very easily just smash through here. 5 more Agent Honor. go. What did you drop? Med kit? Something I can't pick up because your body's blocking the way still? And your hitbox lingers a long time? A stabilizer. Oh. I see. Alright, let's see if we can get like a nice shot from a distance. Just take care of all that. And that. Oh! Okay, that one, I did not realize got that close. Thank goodness. I start with a gun that can instantly kill them. Generator looks really bad, Zach. I think the killer really had a grudge against it. Generator looks really bad. Yeah, it really does. Machine broken by an axe. Programming start. Let's try to find a way to fix this mess. We got a fuse box out of it. Oh no, an enemy. In such close proximity. Whatever will I do? There is no fuse. Without a fuse, it won't work. Are you... Did anybody else notice? Like, I don't recall York doing the... Like, I know York is weird, but I don't remember him slowly lowering his hands like that. Looks like nothing is broken, since it's the same model. I think I can fix it. Just shove the fuse box right into this generator. And then instantly works. Power in the area should be much more stable now. Let's hurry ahead, Zach. Crashing through the door. 1, 2, easy. Headshot reward. Wait a second, I just realized this is an electrical wire just dangling in the rain. I think that's probably the most dangerous thing out here right now. Other than whoever had that axe. Oh, snap.
Amazing.
1. Hold on, I can get this from a distance. I got this.
Great.
And there's the second. Headshot reward. Well, dang. I'm not going back that way.
Bullseye. Yes.
And just like that, 3 enemies down. Didn't even... I've dealt more damage to myself than the enemies have. Oh, that's a shame. I thought he was close enough. Oh, that's painful. Just out of reach. I wonder if there's like a... Can I do like a Donkey Kong 64 and just like move part of York's like hitbox into the... Guess not. Ooh. Ancient honor. Oh, another one?
Amazing.
Definitely not that way. Oh no, they're coming out of the ground. Well, let's see if we can get this guy with the... Gonna be...
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Oh.
Great.
Ah, dang. Oh no, he got too close.
Amazing.
I was thinking more of just like trying to get him with that, but didn't wind up working. Dang. What are you crying about over there?
Nice shot. Amazing. Nice shot. Amazing. Nice shot.
Oh, we got bullets. Oh yeah. Full of sadness, isn't that right, Zach? Oh. Epic roll. You see, the Raincoat Killer in York would be perfect for Dead by Daylight. With moves like that, they'd fit right in. There's a red ivy climbing this door. If we don't go through it soon, the red ivy will lock it up. Right?
Huh?
Would be sick. I got red ivy. The lollipop. There it is.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
My coffee warned me
Yesterday
about
morning,
it.
the milk I poured in my coffee made a sign. It said, "Tomorrow you'll arrive in a place that will change your fate."
York, I don't think it said that. I think you're just crazy. Let me just use this payphone to call the FBI. And yeah, We just run our way over to the marker. So our car got annihilated. What do you mean by that, Peck? Sign reads, "Welcome to Greenvale." So we're finally here, Zach. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Now you were very late.
Emily Wyatt, Greenville Deputy Sheriff.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
FBI Special Agent, Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York?
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George, he's the sheriff. He went looking for you, actually. He should be back soon.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
Look at that river. Isn't it beautiful?
She's easy on the eyes. Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world.
By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho. Don't want that, do we, Zach?
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
He's so rehearsed in that.
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in a small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new sample cases to help me with my profiling.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command. You don't have a problem with this, do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course. By the way, George, I had a little accident with my car. Could you send someone to take care of it? Oh, and my clothes and luggage are still inside.
All right. Don't worry. I'll get my assistant Thomas to take care of it. Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan. And we'll handle the investigation. You just think of this as a vacation. Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
Zach, let's reassess the situation. There are no cavemen here. We're as far forward as the Middle Ages. And we've just met the king.
It's like an art of getting like entertainingly awkward dialogue like that. York senselessly blowing smoke into their faces. Why did you do it? I don't know. Frankly, I don't want to know. Let's check out the Zach view.
Previously during the investigation.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Well, to greet them, I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
It's broken. I've been using that one for a long time.
Why don't you get it repaired? This TV is important to you, right?
It's got some memories attached to it, sure. I used to watch movies on this thing with your grandma all the time.
Grandma liked movies?
Of course she did. Everyone loves movies, right?
I love movies too. I've never been to a movie theater though.
Average average COVID kid be like, Angel Isaac. Sugar donuts will satisfy a small amount of your hunger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got a donut. And somebody knocked down the TV. That's one of them old TVs. It's like 7,000 pounds.
York! York!
Huh? Oh no. Another one.
Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath.
But if I shoot them,
Hurry.
then they die.
Like this. Cover your mouth.
And this moment's very tense, isn't it? I'm just holding the right trigger. let go yet? Can I let go of the button? Or the right trigger?
Who are you?
Not sure what you missed. Right now we just have met. Well, I mean, right now we just we just held our breath to make sure one of the enemies we've been basically insta killing so far just couldn't see us. Also, surprisingly, we're under the covers in a game. Yeah, you also missed Zach. That is a big ass bed. Goodness me.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees, a carpet with red leaves, a strange doll, and twin angels. But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where.
I wonder who that child is. Will we figure it out?
Well, that'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee. Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach. I hope they have some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
York drinks the coffee, looks like turns it around, looks at the back, says fake coffee. Not bad. Looks like he would smell so bad. I mean, he does probably smell like cigarette smoke at all times. So how much because he's like we've seen him chain smoking regularly. Taking a shower might help us clear our thoughts, Zach. Then why can't we do it? Alrighty. Man, they really spared no expense on making this the biggest location they could. I wonder, though, could I open it? Open. Who's putting an egg in the microwave? Like not even just the egg full shell. Zach, I think I was wrong about us being in the Middle Ages. This is some weird stuff. Wouldn't you agree? There we go, I got coffee. Just like that. Could buy lollipops for $24 or a pack of crackers for $35. I don't think I want that. It's the song!
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Why are you rolling up your sleeves like that?
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension, but I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you. And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Yeah,
Say,
good.
Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
The clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though. I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Look with interest. His coffee's warning him actively right now.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee.
You did what in that coffee?
You can count on it. Never fails. Now
Oh
then,
god, his smile.
let's get going.
That smile tells me exactly what you did with that coffee. What are you calling Zach about? Right, Zach? Oh, you could just have him drink coffee again. Unexpected trouble is coming your way. Lucky item later.
There's always trouble heading my way in this job. But I'm always up for a little excitement, too.
Same again. Extra for fortune telling. I got paid for drinking coffee. Actually, let's see some more prices. Can have milk coffee or black coffee. The black coffee is more than twice the price of the milk coffee. Makes it hard to become sleepy for a short while and recovers a little tiredness. Makes it hard to become sleepy for a short while and recovers a little tiredness. Tells us exactly what we need to know. Isn't that right, Zach? There we go. We got paid $210 for having breakfast. Basic wage, unpaid salary. Got paid like almost $500 for just sitting down and having breakfast. Literally $4.99. Oh, the menacing oboe beckons us into the next chapter?
A police car.
Office is open from 9 to 17. Don't be late. Sheriff George Woodman.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin. I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values. Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Oh, okay. I can signal left and signal right. I can boost? The B button does nothing, but they still needed it to, they still had to make it point to something. We got the master key. We also got a flare. Out of my way.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays.
You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
Dialogue. Masterpiece. A little bit. Just a little. I drifted just a little too hard. Just a bit, just a bit. Just love to imagine the look on Emily and George's faces as they like watch York just barrel through traffic in the car that George gave him, and just like slam head first into somebody on the
Zach,
road.
Is there something here that you want to check out?
We're supposed to go
Why
through
did
Andy
I-
Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Why did it bring me back here? This isn't even close to where I was. I was at the sheriff's office. I thought I did, at least. What was that big old, like... Never mind. I got confused, I guess.
That's a fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Don't you agree, Zach? Turkey sandwich. An unbelievably delicious turkey sandwich will satisfy a large amount of your hunger.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
Thomas McLean, sheriff's assistant.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's
That's
what everyone else calls me.
That's what
Very
everyone
well
else
then,
calls me.
Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no. Just doing my job. Well, I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
That smile, it tells you exactly which cartoon he's thinking about. He's thinking about Tom and Jerry again. A key holder with a gray squirrel attached to it. The key belongs to the sheriff's office. The gray squirrel key. I just stole somebody's turkey. Oh no, it's that's just a card. I thought I just. The bureau gave me $200 to find a card of a turkey sandwich.
Zach, there's a name written on this dumbbell. Arnold. I haven't met anyone by that name yet. Could it be the owner of this dumbbell? What do you think, Zach?
It's a big dumbbell. And he's just casually awkwardly holding it in front of his face. I could shave in the, employee kitchen. It could just be the biggest schmuck. Long-tailed flying squirrel keys? What's with all these key rings having squirrels? The pointy-tailed flying squirrel key. I can barely tell what these things are supposed to look like with these little spinning images. This person probably has nothing to do with the investigation. What? You don't think you've ever heard me say schmuck before? That is quite the question. That is quite the question to... Oh, I see. Yes, exactly. And yet... You're right, but yet I'm still here. And I'm still talking to Thomas. I don't know what key I'm supposed to give you. The Southern Flying Squirrel? I think that's like the one squirrel we didn't find. Exactly. Striped squirrel keys. It's the southern what was the damn thing called? The southern tail flying squirrel? Curvy tail. What? I could just take a nap right here in this jail cell. Okay, let's see if we have the squirrel key that... Why are they all squirrels? Long-tailed, striped, gray, curvy-tailed master key. I don't... I'm gonna try this one.
You found the key.
I hope so.
Is that it?
No. This is a sugar glider. Sorry, wrong key. The sugar glider is a small gliding possum. It has shorter hair and a longer, column-like tail. You can really see its muscle definition on this image, can't you? But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Zach, can you tell these things apart?
A curvy-tailed Shin? Oh dear. Okay, let's see if this pointy-tailed fly... Oh, wait, hold on. I want to see if... I'm gonna give him the one key I know it isn't. Because... What if that's the one?
You found the key.
What if this
Is
gray...
this the one
What
you
if
were
it was
looking
like a fake out and this gray squirrel is actually the key we were looking for?
No. This is a gray squirrel. Sorry, that's not the key. Nothing particularly special about the gray squirrel, I'm afraid. You can find them in the US, Canada, and in England, too.
A gray squirrel. What was I thinking?
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
A striped squirrel. What's this?
You found the key.
I hope this is the right one.
What is that? Is that a chipmunk?
You found a Siberian chipmunk this time, have you? Sorry. wrong key.
It was a chipmunk.
Siberian chipmunk?
This species lives in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. They're actually quite a popular pet.
So it isn't even a squirrel.
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
He didn't even know it wasn't a squirrel. Okay, this pointy-tailed flying squirrel key.
You found the key.
Let's see what this
So,
one
is this it?
says.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel. It's closer to a land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? I just handed
Sure
you
do know
like
about squirrels.
2 different squirrels that weren't the right one. A chipmunk and a sugar glider. At this point, you should know I don't know anything about squirrels, Thomas. You've taught me everything I know. Even about things that aren't squirrels. The
found the
last
key.
key.
That's the right one?
Yes, a southern flying squirrel. Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
Oh boy.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Meanwhile, York is completely engrossed in that biscuit. Hi, Leon. Welcome. I love hearing him go off about those biscuits. Country ham will satisfy a moderate amount of your hunger, unlike the turkey sandwich, which will satisfy a large amount of your hunger. That's a very good way of explaining
The Greenvale
Deadly
General
Premonition
Hospital is
leave.
down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Let's get in the car. Episode 1. Autopsy report.
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
Hold on, I have an idea. What if I just go in reverse the whole... Oh, don't worry about that. That wasn't important. Just back up. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women, you might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
So, Emily, tell me, is there really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost. Now that's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Zach, there he is. The monarch, in all his glory. Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George. I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
This dialogue is terrible, and I don't know where I'm going. They really wanted this weather to be a violent thunderstorm just for this moment. Because it was raining this hard yesterday. It cleared up literally at 6 a.m. and now it's back. 4 hours later. Came here to investigate, right? It got so, like, dark. Why'd it get so dark? Like, the rain literally blocked out vision. How hard is it raining? Goodness me.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
He's right, Agent York. You still don't know your way around. Concentrate on driving to the hospital.
It just drove us into the ground. Oh yeah. That's how the weather goes here. Did my head just spin around 360 degrees? It might be large in size, but there's only like 600 people living here apparently. Used to be like 6,000 back when the lumber mill was still going. At least that's what Polly told us.
That's a pretty big hospital. Guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous lumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Impressive.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed. And that's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
What was that? What was that? What was that cut to Emily's face for like a fraction of a second? Potato! It will satisfy a small amount of your hunger. Unlike the turkey sandwich.
Hello, Sheriff.
Oh my, everybody just slid into frame.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? Hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread.
Is George's
Even in the
arm clipping
countryside.
into his body?
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Liar's House.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes,
much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With undead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
I love the terrible dialogue. It's so funny to me. Let me just call the bureau. Yeah, I want to save. They paid me $15 just to give them a call and be like, yeah, no, we got to the hospital. Why? What's going on? Okay, now I just gotta find out where the computer room is. If only we had a cartoon alligator here to help us. Why is there a suitcase? Why does I thought these were mannequins. That was so ominous. The lighting got really intense there. Oh. Well, it's pointing it right out to me. What do you think, George? Open the door.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on
With the
computer,
big chess
and a
tournament
card key
poster in the
already set
background.
place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
King, rook, bishop, knight, pawn, queen. That smile is so...
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
You're a sheriff. How
Then
did
it's
how
time
did you
to
not
meet the
figure that
mischievous
out?
architect of this little game.
Nah.
Fair point. Fair point. Where's the stairs? Have I just been walking past them? Right? Or is it more like I have to go back through the entrance, go towards the back, and then... Now York is just dying. Burst into the autopsy room.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
That look on his face.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand.
I have a right hand.
Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means?
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. Now, a case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
You say after he was, like, hardcore profiling him.
You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Excuse you?
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so...
What movie?
Around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
Oh my gosh.
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
This game was made by Access Games, and the director was Hidetaka Suehiro. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. There's no hint of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. The traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. For all my freaks out there, Anna's body is lying on the table. Well, no You almost got me there, York. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular, with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Beautiful blonde hair, stunning even in death. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of the stump. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. A smallmouth bass.
From her resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Usha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate, yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
He bit off her tongue just like in... Well, I don't want to spoil it. Ooh. Ew, York, you're not even wearing gloves.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
That face. One.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
So, Lygia has come to a point of realization that it took me a lot longer to get to. It seems.
Zach, they're here.
Let's see. A lollipop for $25. Or a pack of crackers for $35.50. No thanks. I'm not that hungry. Can't go there. What a hospital. Oh, perfect. 10mm automatic auto bullets. There you are. Oh, you dodged. Extra for enemies killed. And the headshot reward. Oh no, you're coming out of the walls now. Okay, and then we gotta aim. So there's another. Oh, and.
Bullseye. Yes.
Good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing. Ah, I see. Oh no! Get it off! Nope. Gotcha. Oh, you almost caught me. You almost had me there. No, I can't aim that low. At least not that close.
Amazing.
Oh, I thought that was behind me, like approaching.
Yes. Great.
I got myself a black coffee. Look underneath. What's squirming under? A key card. Oh no.
Amazing. Great.
Ooh. Thank you for the bullets. Hehehehe.
Yes. Great. Nice shot.
Thankfully, what's in the boxes around here is not what was in that box. Ooh. A mission knife. There we got another lollipop. Hey. We got another lollipop. We continue, but another lollipop might spawn. Yep, there it is, another lollipop. This can go on indefinitely if we let it. Let me just fall asleep in the super evil realm. Now I'm just gonna call the bureau again. Yeah, I found infinite lollipops. Again. No, a new one.
Great.
Got him.
Amazing. Great.
Oh, forgot to reload. Let's aim a little down.
Nice shot.
There we go. What am I observing? A smashed wheelchair. Wheelchair. What is a wheelchair? I think I see bullet holes here. I wonder, can I break these with a lead pipe? I'm sorry, steel. Keep forgetting it's steel, not lead. I sure can. Oh. Didn't realize that there was another one behind me. This is the first time you react, York?
Here! Over here!
Oh no, not more. Not more lollipops. What? Wait, what? What? Was I pushing that, or was that just moving to try and be like, ooh, scary? I just pull another full crowbar out of my pocket. Like it ain't no thing. There we go. Dodged my bullets there for a moment. Oh, we probably could have used this to get that out of bounds one in the forest earlier. Oh well. I missed out on like $5. Alright, what did you want me to see? Box of band-aids. Ooh. A medium-sized first aid kit. I'm gonna get... Yeah, let me just mash the escape key and, like, tilde. That'll do it. Why do they give so many save points in this, like, dungeon? I swear that's the third one I've encountered. Looks like we'll have to find another way out. And the spinning Agent Honor completely shattering any immersion.
Nice shot. Amazing. Amazing. Great. Yes.
Ooh. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. There we go. Who dropped something? They all dropped something? Can I pick it up, please? Oh, they dropped shells. Makes sense. Goodness me. Ah, yeah, let me just cover up these shotgun wounds with some band-aids. Yeah, that's all we need. Just a couple band-aids. I'll fix it. What a reaction. Just smoking in the lobby of the
If
hospital.
you're so desperate, then why not smoke two at once?
Huh.
Who's that old man?
That's Harry. Harry Stewart. One of the bigger problems around here. His father started up the lumber trade and founded this town. But he's a weird one, as I'm sure you can see. Always dressed like that, never speaking to the townsfolk. And just FYI, he owns almost the entire town. Not that that makes any difference. So long as I'm around, he won't be getting away with any funny business.
Mysterious capitalist. Right, Peck?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, haste won't lead you to what you seek. Keep your eyes focused on your footing as we speak. So says Mr. Stewart.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you too. How did you know my name?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, information desires you, just as you desire information too. So said Mr. Stewart.
Harry, stop trying to get in our way. Keep this up, and even you'll have to answer to the law.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, with each rain our town goes mad. To our disdain, unpreventable. So sad. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning.
Then we shall depart, Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Instantly back into this song.
That's how he always is. Always spouting that nonsense. Don't give it any thought. It's all gibberish.
Emily here. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, thank you, Thomas. Agent York, we've contacted the first witnesses to the crime scene. You can interview them where they found the dead body.
Excellent. I was just about to ask if you could take me there.
All right. Man, we're loaded. Wait a second, that's like like 100 boxes of crackers? Oh man, we're broke. A biscuit baked by Thomas recovers life, hunger, and tiredness and prevents them from lowering. What did Thomas put in that biscuit? Chocolate chip cookies!
The body was found in the Greenvale Forest Park. That's west from here, and too far to walk.
A forest park?
It's the pride of the town. It has a beautiful trail leading to a viewing site over Velvet Falls.
That does sound fantastic. Show me the sights.
That may have to wait. We promised to be there by 1800 to interview the first witnesses to the crime scene.
Agent Morgan, if I could just give you a friendly warning.
Are you really upset about me taking over the case? I have the authority approved by the FBI to assume command. I understand you don't like it, but you will follow my orders.
I'm not disputing FBI authority, but this is our town. You won't get far alone, and you gain nothing by agonizing me.
It's part of my personality. I just do things my way. I can take you off the case if you wish.
Stop it, you two. We need to solve this case, not bicker among ourselves.
That smile. I hope that's the end of chapter, like, image. Sick jump.
Anna's body was discovered by the woodsman Jim Green, along with his two grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
What were they doing in the forest?
Just their daily routine. They found Anna's body during a morning walk.
So you've talked to them already?
Not officially. Not yet.
Not yet? Are you out of your mind? You haven't interviewed them yet?
Agent York, that tone is hardly appropriate. We were given orders to wait for you live.
Orders by who?
A man called Abrams from the FBI.
Robert, is it? Good old Bob Abrams. I did tell him to stay out of it. It's always tough to have a meddling boss, huh, Zach?
I thought you knew, Agent Morgan. Don't worry about it. We may not have taken official statements, but we got all the information we need. I can fill you in right now if you'd like.
Thanks, George, but that won't be necessary. I want to hear the details of the witnesses themselves, firsthand.
I just can't believe that the children had to witness the crime scene. They may be traumatized. You'd better do this carefully.
Don't tell me you get nervous talking to children, Emily.
Not at all. That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Just forget it.
They don't even comment on what just happened. Exactly. If I tap the handbrake, this happens. Like I can't stop the brake. If I'm going fast enough, you see I do like a full 180 or even more. Imagine. Is it here? I think that was almost a full 360.
Agent Morgan, how much longer do you want to keep talking? Maybe we should cut the chit-chat and go get our official statements.
George is right. Let's head over to the forest park.
Okay, so it's not here. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is as far as zoomed out as we can go. Okay, hold on. Let me find where we need to go. Okay, so so let's trace it back. Cope's Tunnel? Cope's Tunnel. Okay. Okay, if I just take 2 rights, then I just basically a straight shot there, unless for some reason Cope's Tunnel is blocked off. What a name. Extra for long distance. Thanks, FBI, for paying me $10 for driving far.
Agent Morgan, how much longer do you want to keep talking? Maybe we should cut the chit-chat
train
and go get
going
our official statements.
into a wall?
George is right. Let's head over to the forest park.
Just letting you make that drive. Or this empty. What was I saying? Empty Xbox 360 game. My blinker been on this whole time, or just for the past minute or so? If it's on, it's on. No point turning it off now. We're almost there.
Agent Morgan, How much longer do you want to keep talking? Maybe we should cut the chit-chat and go get our official statements.
George is right. Let's head over to the forest park.
Guys, I'm trying to get you there. Jeez. If we run out of gas before we get there, that would be very funny. The labyrinthian town sucking out all the gas before we could make it to where we actually need to be. Also, this is quite an incline for a regular road. There we go. With just about 10%, yeah, 10% left, we make it. Many hours before we were expected.
Is this government land?
No, it's private. Owned by Harry.
This whole area?
That's right. I'm sure I mentioned that he owns pretty much the whole town.
He used the money left by his father to buy up most of the town. Many town residents live on his land.
Zach, did you hear that? This entire park. A rich man's personal playground. These country rich folk are amazing. It all looks very well kept, too.
Okay, York?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me. And you are Jim Green?
That I am, son. I keep these woods.
Jim Green, Forest Park Warden.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Well, I used to be a tree surgeon.
And these two discovered the body?
Yes, my grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
Isaac Ingram found Anna's body. Isaiah Ingram found Anna's body.
Zach, you see that? Twins. Just like in my dream. We gotta keep an eye on these two.
I'm sorry. Could we talk away from the boys? I want to help your investigation. I don't want them to hear this.
Very well. Emily, please.
I'll just take them over there then.
Thank you.
To answer
Hold
your
on.
question, Liga,
Don't
you
do
will
anything
know
without asking me.
by the end of the
These
game.
children were the first to witness the crime scene. I want to talk to them.
Come on, they're just kids. They have no idea what really happened to Anna.
That doesn't matter. You agree with me, right?
God, how heartless. Do you ever think of other people's feelings, ever?
Emily's right. That's stone cold, even for the sake of investigation.
Children see things in pure, simple terms. They may have seen something we adults would never spot, and they are here at our request as well. We could at least chat with them and see if they want to make a statement.
Are you serious?
I never joke about matters like this.
Oh my.
Let's smile.
Don't worry. They aren't as fragile as you think. Look at them, standing so upright there.
They're sitting down.
Now then, Isaac, Isaiah, tell me, what'd you find here?
Anna, she was so pretty. She had a red dress on. Her hair was shiny.
Bright gold hair.
There were lots of animals around her.
Squirrels, weasels, and a snake. A real snake.
We didn't know until then.
But we know now.
Anna was the fairy of the forest.
She was a goddess.
She smiled when she saw us.
She looked so happy.
That's right, Isaac. Isaiah. She was a fairy. A goddess. I'm sure she is playing with those animals even now.
Of course she is.
Yeah, of course.
Most useful information, boys. Well, Emily, you can take them now.
The super ultra death tree.
Okay, Zach. This is where Anna's body was. And that means our unsub, our unknown subject, was here too. So,
What happened here?
Well, you don't know. We basically just met Isaac. He stopped moving. He stopped. His tie's freaking out. Well, the only thing moving on him is his eye, which is blinking. Like the cigarette smoke moved and then stopped. It cuts to all of them getting smoke blown into their faces again.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
That Alright, I was cut off by my Digimon evolving. Alright. As I was saying, his what even is that? What is that? Like a rain poncho? Just appeared on him? Flashed in with the lightning? Let's see, what did this one evolve into? This one is a Mame Tyrannomon. We can pull a great prank on George. Just check this out. Also, the Mame Tyrannomon is currently on the... I'm trying to line this up so we can totally make George think we're trying to shoot at him. On the Digimon X version 2. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, George. I was just trying to get this chip with rusted metal dust off of this tree. You know how it is. Look here, wood chips with rust on the edges. To back up really far to get the anagram playing card. You need to focus on the investigation, Zach. So we got a can of pickles here. Awesome. Just what we needed. Some pickles. Oh, more pickles. Don't mind if I do. Alright, now we get... more pickles. Don't mind if I do. Man, that was hard work. I could go for some more pickles. Oh, and I can't climb over this. I need some pickles. Alright. You know what? Just another can of pickles for the road. I wonder if Emily wants some pickles. You know, if I'm getting some for Emily, maybe George wants some too. And I should be nicer to George. Wait, Thomas made that biscuit. Maybe if I give him some pickles, he'll make me some biscuits. Well, I guess, I mean, I could go for another can of pickles. Sleep? You just sleep in that little shed? Okay, well, let's see if I can get kind of back up a little more. Missing piece of a pin heel shoe. Yes, I see. I definitely understand what's happening. Picture of a vest with holes. Alright, cool. Gotta find the last clue. We already checked up here, didn't we? Yep, we certainly did. Two bent pieces of grass. Perfect evidence. Perfect clue.
Haven't seen one of these in a long time. It's upside down. I guess this is meant to be an anti-peace sentiment then.
These holes on the ground were made by high stiletto heels all around here. And this depression here, Agent Morgan, I see what happened here. He hung her from the tree and put on her shoes. He was really enjoying it. Sicko. And he knelt down. and disgusting.
George, you certainly have a vivid imagination. An interesting theory. Don't you think, Zach? What was his name again? That Hollywood producer. That's right. Joel. We really ought to introduce George to him, Zach. Profiling is a little different from writing a screenplay, though. An idea being interesting doesn't make it fact. Let me enlighten you, George. The footprints reveal that one of the heels were missing from the shoes. And they're different from Anna's shoes that we saw at the office. Furthermore, there would be even more disgusting evidence if he did kneel and, well, do as you suggested. If you want proof, go ahead and try it for yourself.
Ew.
He knelt here
The
for
hell?
a reason other than simple perversion. Zach, what was he doing in front of Anna? Now I get it. He was kneeling to pray in front of her. Just like the twins said. She was a goddess. The unsung, or unknown subject, offered prayers to Anna's body, with its bitten out tongue and massive body wound. Once dead, Anna was transformed from an object of despite into one of worship. So who is Miss Stiletto Heels? The steps are close coming up to the body, and then farther apart going away.
There was a reason to hurry away then.
That settles it then, George. Miss Stiletto Heels is a third party here. She's not the murderer. No one runs away from an object of worship. She could be another victim who was with Anna. Or perhaps an accomplice who fled for some reason. She is also one who took whatever it was Anna was holding on to in her hand.
But why? Why did she leave her here?
Only Miss Stiletto Heels knows the reason for that.
I forgot I left his
knows something
flashlight
about
on.
the man with the reversed peace mark, too.
That scowl.
How many women wear high stiletto heels in this town, do you think?
Oh, I should think most of them have at least one pair. I do too, before you ask. But nobody would come all the way out here wearing them, except maybe one person.
Keep me in the dark, then. Who might this elegant lady be?
Diane, the owner of the art gallery. But she's out of town for a big art auction. I heard she'll be coming back in a couple days.
Then we'll just have to give her a warm welcome home. A more immediate matter, then. Where in town can you find something like this? It should be a building that isn't used anymore, with either a lot of metal or metal machinery or something like that.
The old lumber mill.
it's time to really get this show on the road. Could you guide me to this perfect setting for extravagant murder?
Also, like, I have no idea what an object of despite means. Oh boy, $240. We're making that money.
The lumber mill is pretty far from here. If that's where she was killed, why would the killer go to all the trouble of carrying her all the way here?
I don't know yet. My profiling instincts tell me one thing is for sure, though. The unsub's personality is totally different before and after the crime. The unsub killed her in a brutal, horrifying way, and then displays powerful adoration after she's dead. Something close to love. That could well be the key to all this. I will say this, though, George. Profiling is a risky business. Of course, if the unsub planted those stiletto footprints himself, well then, everything I've just said falls apart. But there's no evidence that he left those stiletto footprints. I'm sure we have Miss Stiletto Heels to thank for those tracks. All I can do is deduce the unsub's feelings in light of the evidence, and carefully figure the unsub's MO, modus operandi, his way of thinking. It usually unveils something that a normal forensic analysis may overlook. That's my way of profiling. It's not for everyone, but it works for me.
If I get out of the car, it won't let me get out of the car. Okay, guess we're driving to the lumber mill. We're going to the lumber yard. Just like back in
When I first
DF2.
joined the force, this lumber mill was still in full swing.
It closed up right when I first moved here.
And now it's totally abandoned.
I presume so. I've never really been inside, so I don't know for sure, but it sure is run down.
Deserted buildings are perfect for criminal hideouts and activities. I keep telling Harry to have the place torn down.
Probably a little late for that. After all, it's already been used as the site of Anna's murder.
We don't know that for sure yet, Agent Morgan.
But that's right, from your point of view. But the perpetrator selected the lumber mill.
Agent York, you seem very confident about this.
Confident? No. Confidence is a sweet spot between being rude and hopeless. I'm just drawing natural conclusions from the facts that we have seen.
That sounds exactly like being full of confidence, at least to me, and to normal people with common sense.
Common sense can be the opposite of fact sometimes. Bear that in mind.
Oh, I will, Agent York. Thank you for another pearl of wisdom.
Either way, we'll know for sure by simply going to the lumber mill. So keep your pearls of wisdom to yourself, and let's hurry.
Well said, George. Can you step on it, Agent York?
I'm going as fast as I can. If you wanted to get there faster, you'd have gotten the keys and drove. Is it really that bad? What if I did it from this point of view? Yeah, first person driving action. Ooh. Have fun, Leon. Thanks for stopping by. Good night.
Let's go and find out if your facts can be trusted.
You're full of confidence, right? Let's get to the lumber mill.
That is a sturdy one of the... I always forget what those are called. Oh, I see. That's a... Those big glowing blue ones are race tracks, or races, I guess. Agent Honor. I got $5 in Agent Honor by barreling into that street light.
I'm going in alone. You two stay here. I can't concentrate on profiling with other people around me.
Now hold on a minute. We're investigating this case together.
Listen, I can't risk the crime scene being compromised by you two.
What are you saying? You're not the only professional law enforcement officer here, Agent Morgan. We know how to secure a crime scene.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. But this is how I operate. Furthermore...
Yes? Furthermore what?
To me, the outside FBI agent, every citizen of this town is a suspect. You two could be in on this whole thing for all I know. I have to keep suspects out of the crime scene.
How can you say such a thing?
Is
he making fun of us? We should have left him behind and come here by ourselves.
You're right. I've never been so insulted.
I really believe you.
Sorry, but I'm just doing my job.
Left out in the rain. The official FBI submachine gun.
That's accurate.
What?
If they're pros, then we should let every first-person shooter gamer out there join the SWAT team.
Jeez, York, what the...
They're here.
What the hell? It was like needlessly rude.
Great. Amazing. Bullseye.
Oh. If you're fighting them on an incline, you can't aim upward towards their heads. That is insane. Goodness me. Nope, nope, you're not grabbing me that easy. Right, everybody gather around, gather around. I gotcha. Right there. 2 for the price of 1.
Amazing.
Amazing, amazing. Wait a second. That looks like that guy who attacked me in the forest. What a lumber mill!
Just as I thought, Zack. This is where Anna was killed.
Of course. Haven't been able to save in a bit, so why not start profiling now? Man, this one goes on for a bit. The entire time he was inhaling.
We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Is there like a phone I can call? Or like a place to save? Something? Goodness. What a thrill. His hands aren't touching the bars. Came in here because I thought there would be a phone. There is a phone. I wonder if it works. Maybe I can call the FBI. They'll be able to get me out of it. Oh wow, that. What in the world? Thank you, Peck.
Where are you hiding?
I'm not telling. They did not use that that stock horror stinger. They did not. We don't need to profile again. With that, I think we'll be calling it on Deadly Premonition for tonight. Got through a whole lot. And yet it feels like we're nowhere closer to figuring out who killed Anna Graham. Or, sorry, Anna Graham. But even still, We've tracked down the murder to the old lumber mill. The old abandoned lumber mill. Now, that's it for Daily Premonition for tonight. And that'll probably be all for me as well. I'll catch you all on Thursday when we play more Digimon World. Looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Good night.